Star Wars breaking news, and finally not breaking hearts. Lucasfilm just announced The Mandalorian Season 4 is going to be a theatrical movie, and Ahsoka Season 2 will happen. Was this just announced as a course correction after the beat up that Disney got over the comments made by the Rey movie director? We will talk about what this means and more details. Let's go. Hey Star Wars fans, great news, and I want to break down what's really going on here because this confirms a lot of rumors, and if you look back, there was a lot of clues as to what Lucasfilm is really thinking about here and why they decided to make The Mandalorian Season 4 a movie, but also to do an Ahsoka Season 2. This all has to do with the Filoniverse and the Mandoverse, and how they want to pay that off in Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie, and all roads are leading to an official Star Wars cinematic universe. Using that same template, that same idea that Jon Favreau constructed for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here's the article on StarWars.com. The Mandalorian and Grogu are embarking on a new adventure to movie theaters directed by Jon Favreau, produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Dave Filoni. The Mandalorian and Grogu will go into production in 2024, and says Favreau, "I have loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars new and beloved characters. This new story is a perfect fit for the big screen," added Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm. The Mandalorian and Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, including the Rey film, a James Mangold film, and a Dave Filoni film. Also currently developing Ahsoka Season 2 among those in the works. And after the bad reaction that the Rey movie announcement has gotten, Star Wars fans, I gotta say, this just breathes new life in me for what's to come in the Star Wars universe. And there's actually a lot of interesting stuff in this article. It says here that the Mandalorian and Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature. Lead, people, that's the key word. It will lead the development slate. That means all three of the movies announced at Star Wars Celebration will come after this Mando movie. And reports for the past couple of years have been that Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy are aware that they need to get a movie into the theaters. They took a hiatus after the sequel trilogy because Kathleen Kennedy told Iger she needed some time to evaluate the brand to plan a course of action, and she was aware that the Star Wars sequel trilogy did not perform the way they wanted to, financially, especially critically, which led to what some might call the toxic Star Wars fandom. Well, it's been years since that break, Star Wars fans, and since that break, it's been project after project failing to start. We were supposed to get movies made by Dan and Dave, the Game of Thrones directors, a Patty Jenkins Star Wars movie. The Rey movie was originally going to be made by Damon Lindelof, but now Disney is going to shift their efforts into making this next Star Wars movie of The Mandalorian, directed by Jon Favreau, which is a brilliant move and a brilliant announcement to be made in the beginning of 2024. I really do hope that the Rey movie is going to be a surprise hit, just like I wish the Padres or the Chargers would win a world championship. But folks, it's hope. It's hope, and every year it doesn't happen. I still root for him, but it's like I'm rooting for the Rey director to surprise us all, turning a bland character into a great character in a movie that we all want to root for. But going back to the Mandalorian movie, some 2023 ratings facts. The Mandalorian was the most viewed streaming show of 2023, even though that third season wasn't well received by fans or critics. But that to me is the main reason why Disney should be doubling down on making the Mando movie directed by Jon Favreau, and plus the Ahsoka Season 2. Really formulate that for the Star Wars cinematic universe. Give Dave Filoni time to develop his directing chops in live action with the Ahsoka Season 2, and build up to Dave Filoni directing the climax of the Star Wars cinematic universe, which I hope will be the heir to the Empire trilogy. And after the hellstorm of bad press that Star Wars has been getting, this was the refreshing news that we needed to bring us into a new year of Star Wars in 2024. But I don't care about what I think, I care about what you think. How do you feel about this? Sound off in the comments right now, Star Wars fans. And as always, thank you, and I will see you next time.